Everyone tells themselves a story. What story do you tell yourself? Are you the hero, the villain, or the sidekick? Some people are able to tell themselves stories consciously, and you can sometimes program your mind to actually believe a story, and you do that consciously. But most of the times and most of the people, we are telling ourselves stories subconsciously, and some stories are helping us and others are kind of making it harder for us. When I was a kid, I was very either it is or it isn't. I was very you call it black and white and nothing gray. And I always told myself the story that I was stubborn, and that made me be very stubborn. So when I did say something or have an opinion, how ridiculous it was, I did not give up on that opinion. And people could prove me wrong, and I would still have that opinion, and no one could break me on that point. The thing with stories is that it affects us. It affects our behaviors, but also our feelings and how we are living day to day. But the thing is that it also affects people around us. So we need to be more conscious about our stories so we can behave more conscious and do things and act as we want ourselves to act and feel the feelings that we want to feel. If we go back to the story when I was a stubborn kid, how it affected me was that not always did I tell people my opinion, because if I told people my opinion, I need to have that opinion. I couldn't change my opinion, because if I said something, that was the opinion I would have. Also, I didn't give up, which could be very frustrated for people around me. I had one friend who was told herself the same story as I did. So when we have different opinions, which we also often had, because we also took the other opinion than the other person because we thought it was a bit fun. But our other two friends, they were just hearing us arguing for days. We could argument every break in school, and we hadn't finished when the school was off. We still had this argument that we could continue on the day after. And if we go back to what story are you telling yourself, if you don't have a clear answer to that, you can always just look, how are you living your life? How are you behaving? What are you feeling? Because in how you are acting and doing all day, and how you behave and feel and think, in those things, you can see the stories you have told yourself. Because there is where the story is at. And if you look at a more recent example from my own life, I have told myself a story, and I'm still telling myself the story, that after work I have no energy. So if I after work get home and take off my shoes, I get very tired and I need to rest. But if I don't get home, I can do things still. But if I get home, I always need rest. By noticing what story I am telling myself, I can also change how I am behaving.